Got another flashlight to look at today from Olight. This is the ArkPro Ultra, and this is a new color. It's called Onyx Black. So pretty excited about this. Let's open it up, take a closer look and see what comes included, and then we'll run through the specs and the user interface. And then when it gets dark, we'll head down to the park and see what it looks like at night. Hey, what's up YouTube? Dan the Fix-It Man. Got another quick video here for you. Just another flashlight to look at today from Olight. This one here is called the ArkPro Ultra. It's the flat EDC style. It's a flood and spotlight, and it also has a UV light and a green laser. Now this is also a new color. It's called Onyx Black. So let's open it up and take a closer look. Now it's got a little sticker here on the bottom. It says charge to activate before first use. We'll pull this off. Now there's another little warning here on the front of the flashlight. It says, do not obstruct the flashlight head during use. Clean the glass gently if the laser is streaked. So we'll pull this off as well. Now there's another sticker here we need to take off, and it kind of highlights and shows you where everything is. Here's the laser button on the side. Now you've got the center button and then the selector switch, so you can switch between UV, pure flood, or spot. And then this is a little charge port here on the side. You can charge this with a USB-C cable, or you can use the magnetic charge cable that Olight uses. But let's take this off to see what else we got in the box. Now it comes with this little card here. It says uncover the Ultra, and it kind of highlights some of the differences or some of the information about this light. Number one, this is made of their O aluminum, OAL. It's a different type of material, or it's like an aluminum alloy, a little bit stronger. It says 1.73 times harder than 6061 aluminum and 1.73 times the tensile strength of Ta2 titanium. Now this also has something that's new to me, or at least something I haven't seen yet. They call it the arc beat. I guess similar to a heartbeat. It's a glowing symbol that briefly pulses when activated, changing color based on how long you've used the flashlight. That's pretty neat. Now this manual is really simple, very small, and it just kind of lets you know all of the different light sources and levels. And of course, I'll put all of the different brightness levels and whatnot up on the screen when we're going through the user interface. But as far as some of the basic parameters, this weighs 120 grams. The length, it's 124 millimeters by 27 by 16, or just under 5 inches, a little over 1 inch wide, and a little bit thicker than 1/2 inch. Now this has an IPX7 waterproof rating and a drop impact resistance of 1 meter. Now the battery is a 2000 milliamp hour battery. It's not serviceable. This isn't one that you can open this up and change the battery. Now, like a lot of the flat EDC styles of lights, this does have a nice clip here. This is, I guess I would call this a belt clip or a pocket clip. It's really strong, but it is a two-way clip. And so you can see that this could be used as a hat light. It's a pretty strong clip. And it doesn't weigh too much, so you could definitely do that, you know, to be hands-free if you want to do that. And as you can see, it goes all the way up, so this would be great for a deep carry, or this could be all the way into your pocket without sticking out at all. Now, as far as charging the light, you can use this magnetic charge cable that is included, but that will take a little bit longer. That'll take about 3 hours. If you use the side port here, and a USB-C cable, it says the max charge time through the side port here is 1.5 hours. Now, before we can run through the user interface, we do need to get this charged up. That also is what activates the light, because see right now, if I push buttons or do anything, even pressing and holding, nothing happens. The light comes shipped in a way that you have to charge it first before you can turn it on. So let's go do that now, and as soon as this is charged up, I'll come back and we'll run through that user interface. All right, well, all I had to do was plug this in and get it charged up a little bit, and now the light is unlocked. But when it's shipped, it will not turn on unless you start to charge it. After a few minutes, actually, it was already charged almost to the very top. So it's not that it was dead, it's just that you have to plug it in, or you have to hook it up and start that charge in order to unlock the light. But take a look, now it is unlocked. So if we want to turn it on, it's just one press on, one press off. That is for either of the white lights. So right now, that's the floodlight. If I switch that selector, that's our spotlight. Press it again and it turns off. Now, if we want to do what's called the moonlight mode, that's just press and hold. And you see right there, that's moonlight mode. I'm still in the spot, but I can also toggle over here to the flood, and that is also in the moonlight mode. In order to jump to turbo, it doesn't matter if the light is on or off. We're in moonlight right here. Let's jump up to turbo by double clicking, and that's the brightest setting there in the spot. Again, I'm just going to toggle over, that's flood. Now this light does have a strobe feature as well in the flood or spot. It's just triple press that middle button, but a little bit of a warning if you have sensitivity to flashing lights. We're going to go into the strobe now. And you can toggle it while it's on. There's the flood strobe. I just toggled it over to the spot strobe, and then press it again and it turns off. Now to change the brightness level in either the spot or the floodlight, all you have to do is press and hold that button with the light on. Now let's turn it on first, and you can turn it on by pressing and holding to get into the moonlight mode, and we're in moonlight mode now. So there's low, medium, high, and then you can take your finger off of the button when you want to stop, and you can also jump up to turbo by double clicking. Now with the light on, if we cycle through that different brightness level, there's low. Now if we jump up to turbo from low, there's turbo, but we can double click and that will go back to the last memorized mode, which happens to be low. Same with the floodlight. There's turbo, or you can cycle through low, medium, and high. Now this light also has a UV light function. All we need to do is turn the selector all the way over here to UV, and we'll press that to turn it on. And I don't know how well that shows up, but the white lettering there on my hat on the Down the Fix-It Man logo is glowing really bright. We can also light up some little glow-in-the-dark toys. It's a lot of fun for kids to go look for these in the grass. If you buy these glow-in-the-dark bugs or scorpions and just hide them out there in the grass, the kids can feel like they're actually hunting for scorpions. But this does work very well for hunting scorpions. This also has a brighter setting. If you press and hold, you see the UV light jumps up. Now a UV light is actually very handy as well. It will help you identify currency and prevent you from getting scammed so you don't accidentally take some counterfeit money. You can see there's a red or hot pink fluorescent line in this $100 bill. I don't know how well that's showing up here. You can also use a UV light to verify someone's ID, because there are images that will only show up with a UV light. Now, a UV light is also very handy in the automotive world because it can help you find a leak in, for example, your car's AC system. They sell refrigerant with some of the fluorescent dye already built in, and that will help you find out where the system is leaking. And you can also add fluorescent dye to, for example, power steering, or even to your crankcase to find an engine oil leak. This light also comes with a laser, so all we have to do is push the button on the side, and we've got a nice bright laser. You can also change the brightness of the laser, just press and hold, and you see that drops down. Now you can also do the momentary laser on just by pressing and holding the button, and then let go, it'll turn off. Now the other thing I want to show you is the little indicator lights here next to the button. So if we turn this on, you can see on the left side, that's letting you know what brightness level you're on, and on the right side is your battery level. Now we also have the little arc beat light right here, kind of pulsing on. That's pretty neat. Well, that's pretty much it as far as the user interface. Let's go ahead and get it plugged in. We'll get it fully charged up, and then as soon as it gets dark, we'll head down to the park and see what this looks like at night. All right, I've got the Olight ArkPro Ultra in the Onyx Black, fully charged up, and we're down here at the park. Now I am using an iPhone, which does pick up the light a little bit better. I also have a small light on the tripod just so you can see what's going on here up close. Otherwise, we'd be in total darkness. Now I'm gonna toggle this over to the far right, and we'll start with the spotlight. I'm gonna turn that on. I'm gonna press and hold, and that just comes on in the lowest setting there, moonlight mode. Now it doesn't go very far, but it does put a little bit of light down there on the grass. Now I'm gonna press and hold, there's low. There's medium. Starting to get out there quite a ways now. There's high. And we'll double click to jump up to turbo. And that's the brightest setting on this light. And you can see it does get all the way out there to the edge of the field, lighting up the trees and the goalpost over there. Now, a little bit of a warning if you have sensitivity to flashing light. I'm going to turn on the strobe feature. It's just a triple press. And we'll click that to turn it off. Now I'm going to turn the selector switch to the floodlight, which is the one here in the middle. Let's press and hold to turn that on. That's the floodlight. Again, a little bit of light there in the moonlight mode. Press and hold to get to low. Now that's lighting up a little bit of the grass here right in front of me. There's medium. There's high. And we'll double click to jump up to turbo. Again, really lights up this grass area. Now let's jump into the strobe function again for the floodlight. So again, a little bit of a warning if you've got that sensitivity to flashing light. There's the strobe. Now I'm going to jump over to the UV light, which this may not show up all that great, but let's turn that on. Really doesn't throw the light very far. We do have a little bit brighter setting if you press and hold. Now I don't think that's going to show up too well on camera, but if you are looking for something in the grass that is fluorescent, you know, even some scorpions or something like that, that will show up for sure. Now remember, we've also got the laser here on the side. I'm going to turn that one on. Just one button to turn it on, and that's a pretty bright laser, and of course that's going to go very far. If you want to change the brightness level, press and hold. Alternates between a low and high setting. Let go and it'll stay. Press the button again and it'll turn off. You can also just press it and let go if you just want a momentary laser. But that's pretty much it on the ArkPro Ultra from Olight. Definitely very easy to use, very intuitive user interface. Let's head back to the shop and wrap this up. Well, that's pretty much it. That is the ArkPro Ultra EDC light from Olight. Again, very, very cool color here, the Onyx Black, and performed very well. Very bright for how small this light is. It really puts a lot of light out there. The spotlight function, this does go all the way out to the end of the field, and in the floodlight function, of course, it does really light up a lot of that area. Got to tell you, very impressive for such a small light. That UV light function is also very impressive and very handy to have in an everyday carry light, just because you never know when you might need to check some ID or verify some currency, but it's also a fun feature to have if you want to set up a game with some glow-in-the-dark bugs or even go out and do some scorpion hunting. Also really neat to have that laser. It is really, really nice to reach out and point something out from a very long distance. Again, just be mindful of that. Don't point that at any aircraft or anything like that. You'll definitely get in some trouble. But really is a great all-around EDC light, and definitely easy to carry with that nice strong clip. Now I did try this out on the hat as well, wearing that down at the park, and it worked great. It was fine. It's really not too heavy. I also really love that magnetic tail cap. That's one of my favorite things about Olight. They almost always do that in their lights, and it really makes it easier for me to be an EDC light because I can carry this with me, you know, stick it up under a hood, under a sink, or whatever you're working on. It's really handy to be able to just drop that in place or set that on a chunk of metal and it'll stay and light up the area, light up whatever you're working on. But that's pretty much it. I hope you guys like this video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you don't mind. That does help me out. And of course, I'll get a link in the description where you can pick up your very own ArkPro Ultra as well. Thanks so much for watching and good luck.